Hey, I've heard of this game before.
Blank cat. Can you pass me that disc? Thank you. That disc sounded awfully like a VHS tape being started up. Thank you.
THX. Wow.
Somebody's listening. So we finally entered Disc 2, the second half of Metal Gear Solid, and I can't wait to get it started. But I will, for the sake of completion, wait just a little bit. We have stuff to do back in Disc 1. Can you pass me Disc 1? So luckily we don't actually have to return to Disc 1 ever. Every map in the game is on Disc 2.
Oh.
So we could return all the way back to the heliport if we want to. The only reason we had to swap discs at all is because there are so many audio files that you can't fit them on one CD. Sniper Wolf has been replaced with an actual wolf.
That's not exactly where Sniper Wolf died, right?
The blood spot is.
Yeah. What's this wolf doing? Oh, it's the pup wolf.
Yeah, she's been reincarnated.
Snake, hurry up and get to Metal Gear's underground base. The entrance should be towards the back of the snowfield.
I'm playing with a puppy. Colonel, you have no heart. Back of the snowfield is somewhere through this ice fog, so I'll just make my way clockwise. Ooh, a level 7 door. We only have a level 6 card, even. I like that the puppy has tunnel vision.
I like the puppy's still an enemy.
I like that I haven't learned my lesson about walking into strange rooms. My rations are still frozen. Turns out this room was under lock and key. Level 6 clearance needed to fall for this trap.
Yeah, what the heck?
I don't know. That Liquid's a real shrewd bastard, I think. He'll probably get the level 6 card. And then...
Oh man, the next time Vulcan steps into this room, it's gonna be hilarious.
It might actually tickle him. He thinks he stepped on like a cracker or something. What was that sound? Oh no, I'm not falling for this one. Oh. There's literally nothing to fall for. This would have been a useful room to have access to during the Sniper Wolf fight.
I'm sorry, Snake. I don't know any bullets around here. Nope.
I can't tell you, because you just get disappointed you can't walk that far. The added layer of security that they put into these rooms really means a lot to me. Oh.
No cold foods or cold liquids for you. That stuff causes a temperature imbalance that actually drains your body of energy. A golden rule in Arctic environments.
Did you know you can actually drink cold water to lose a little bit of calories?
I actually know a cold liquid myself. He's cold because I killed him. I don't have time for sneaking. You think I'm gonna waste a chaff grenade to... Oh. I'm sure a chaff grenade would have been more important later than a Stinger missile.
The entrance to the underground maintenance base is in the north of the snowfield. I'll be watching, Snake.
What the heck? Where?
Wherever Otacon is, it seems like he's really cold as well.
He's somewhere in the snowfield watching me. I thought he ran away after that cutscene, but he's just hanging out here in the ice fog.
It's easy to dehydrate in sub-zero climates, so make sure to replenish your fluids. But don't ever try to do it by eating snow. You'll freeze your stomach, and your body temperature will drop. Always melt the snow, and then boil it before you drink it.
Does it count if I catch a snowflake on my tongue? That's kind of like boiling it, right? Master. Whee! I hope Otacon was watching when he saw me do that cool move.
A little slip.
Yeah, walking off a slope. Oh, look! It's another transport truck. If we get in there and equip our cardboard box, we can be transported all the way back to the heliport. Which means we'll have to walk through the tank hangar, and through the canyon, through the nuclear warhead storage building, down the elevator all the way to the commander's room, walk through the cave, the hallway to the communications tower, across the bridge to communication tower B, all the way up that to ride the elevator down to get back to the snowfield again. So let's not take that truck. Let's go somewhere else.
Hey, look, a parallelogram.
You're gonna have to be more specific. That one has a slower rate of fire than most cameras. Oh. We actually just found Cardboard Box C, which goes to the snowfield. It's the final cardboard box of the game. It's got a blue stripe. So you know it goes to the cold area. You really could be that unfortunate, too. Use that fast warp right before picking up that cardboard box. And there's nothing you can do about it. So now, if we ever had to go back to the heliport for any reason, it wouldn't be as painful as it sounds. Just nothing. Why is it that, like, the desolate snowfield next to the communications tower has, like, it's better stocked than the actual armory?
Oh, yeah. Huh.
It's got a better selection of ammo and more of it.
And better security.
Yeah. No guards here, because nobody wants to get stuck on, snowfield patrol. Actually, getting a latrine duty wouldn't be as bad, because you get to be in that area with the Muzak elevator. Damn, this camera. Tell you what, I was just doing that on purpose to be able to pick up all those Nikita missiles. I didn't even want to destroy that camera.
Aw.
Rest in peace, little buddy. And that's everything from Disc 2. I hope you enjoyed it. Tune in next time when we get to check out Disc 3.
So I don't remember. Did you ever have to do the hiding in a box while a camera's panning over you thing?
You never had to, no. You never have to pick up the cardboard box at all.
Snake, that's a blast furnace.
A blast furnace? What do they use that for?
There's no airport on the base, so it's hard to bring in supplies. They must have built a blast furnace so they could make building materials and such.
That makes sense. Whew. I'm starting to sweat. It's getting kind of warm.
The entrance to the underground base is further below. There should be a cargo elevator that you can take down somewhere around there. Try to find it.
I'm glad that these crates stopped before it reached C4. Wouldn't want that in the blast furnace area.
That's a good point. I like that they actually thought up an explanation for why there would be a giant pit of molten steel, other than it's a really cool video game level area.
So how big is this area?
There's a cargo elevator in the northeast part of the bottom floor. You can take that to Metal Gear's underground base. You'll spot it right away. It's got a big patrol light attached to it.
It's about this big. Oh,
Are we gonna be here for a long time?
we're walking on a loud catwalk, so we're gonna have to sit here in a cardboard box.
Just a box.
Ah, send to the snowfield. Okay, it must have just slid down the stairs. You know, because it was cold, it had less friction. I've played a video game before.
Your box won't catch you or anything?
They should be able to, like, look up through the grate and see my feet dangling, but there's nobody down there.
I catch on fire against all this hot metal.
Colonel, there's an elevator, but it's stuck on a floor below.
That elevator can probably only be moved from below. There must be some other way down. Look around.
Dr. Emmerich knows the base well. Why don't you ask him?
He's a nerdlinger.
The elevator is stopped at a lower floor and it won't come up. Is there some way to get to an elevator that will take me down further?
Well, there is one, but
Where?
can you see to the west of the blast furnace? You see that crane? I think if you go down those steps, you'll get to the other side.
Did you ever see anyone actually go down there?
No, but I've seen mice go there.
Do I look like a mouse to you?
Be careful of that crane, too.
Yes. Yes, you look like a mouse to me, Snake.
I could have did answer the question, though.
So we're just going to shimmy out on this tiny outcropping.
Where your feet are mostly off the ledge.
My shadow doesn't even catch. Oh no! The crane! What was that noise? It's my imminent death. That's probably the worst fate you could get a snake in this game.
No. He died as he lived. Smoking.
Cause there's like some thermal protection in that suit of his, so he's not gonna die right away. He's gonna die 1 second later. Oh look. Some guard thought that they were sneaky and hide their SOCOM bullets on this ledge over some molten metal. Not falling for it, pal.
If you stick close to those steps, I think you can make it to the other side. Probably.
Yeah, so there are a couple of ways we can tackle this puzzle. The first and the easiest is just duck. Don't get hit by the crane and you won't die.
Can you get knocked off onto the stairs?
No, it's straight lava all the way underneath that ledge. They thought of that.
Oh.
Because they didn't.
Okay.
There's no fall damage in the game, so there's nowhere you can ever fall a large distance onto actual ground again.
You have a good view, though your movement is limited. It might be a good place to take out your enemy with your PSG-1.
Don't the guards take fall damage? Like if you flip them over a rail or something?
They do.
It's just none for Snake.
He can't go over a ledge.
Even if he grenades himself?
No,
Oh.
he can't. He can't do it. Much like I can't. I don't know why. Nastasha tells me in this area it's really good to use the PSG-1 because it's impossible to get a shot off.
Oh, you have the high ground.
Yeah, and Snake forces himself on the belly, and there's a railing everywhere. But that's where that codec call appears. I didn't choose it. This is the one time I am faithful to the game.
Oh no, you did something wrong.
Oh no, the siren's going off, and that means something that they'll never explain to me.
Oh, is there no call for it?
There isn't, but I figured out from context clues what that actually means. We'll see it in a little bit. That crane does so little. It's literally just there to knock me off that ledge. I know Liquid planned for this.
Well, when they made materials, if they need to switch from one side to the other, then they would need the crane, right?
They just ride the crane?
No, if it's something that's too big for the elevator.
How did they get the materials that they build out of this area? It has to go up that tiny staircase. This doesn't make any sense. Hideo Kojima, get back here. They push the lava up the stairs and mold it later, I guess.
No, you check out the recipe for things, you throw it in the lava, then you grab it with the crane.
War brings out the cruelty of man. No matter how the soldier was brought up, they all turn into animals when they're thrust into the heat of combat.
Master, you stole my one-liner.
What kind of animal was that?
A hot dog.
Snake, that's hot dog.
You told me there were only 6 members of Foxhound, but you lied.
Snake, like Shakespeare said, nought's had, all spent, where our desire is got without content. Basically, it means that your desire can get you into trouble if you're not careful. That goes for items, too. Don't get too greedy or you might be sorry. Be careful, Snake.
Didn't you have the same lecture for the spotlight?
It was similar. I really want that ration, though, and there's a way to get it without falling into the lava. If you try and walk out there, Snake just pops off and falls right into the lava, but if you scooch on here on your stomach and go into first-person view mode, you can use the lean left and lean right to move your head to where that box is and collect it.
Is it a really good ration that's gonna change the ending?
Oh no, it's actually frozen.
Wait, here?
No, I need 100% completion. Or else I'll never get the rank of,
Master Miller.
Big Pig.
Watch out for the steam. It's dangerous. Use your first-person view mode to see where the steam is coming out, and then avoid it.
Yeah, I like a sauna now and then, but this is too much.
Are you in the boiler room? Those pipes are really old. Once in a while they blow out steam, so be careful.
You call this once in a while?
Yeah.
I mean, by that, not constantly, Snake. Also, it was really smart of them to put the boiler room right next to the lava, so they could conserve heat energy. So this was an entirely optional area. The only reason to come down here is if you don't have the body armor yet. This is a place to pick it up. It's also a good place to use it. Because I told you there are several ways to just deal with that crane, and here's the second one. I'm gonna shoot down these rats! That way the rats can't step on my foot and make me go, ooh! If you shoot the crane once, it'll stop moving, and then you can sneak past it without having to dodge it. Or if you shoot it twice, it falls in the lava. It releases so much steam.
The elevator to the underground base was in the northeast of the bottom floor. Right, Snake?
Why are you asking me?
Yeah, but what about that cool move I just did? Do you know how much material I smelted?
Oh, I guess that means you dealt it.
Oh, hey, Master, didn't you tell me I need to boil water before I drink it? Is this what you meant, Master?
Oh, what clearance do you need for this?
The sirens aren't going off, so I'm gonna assume it's safe to enter this.
The entrance to the underground base is further below. There should be a cargo elevator that you can take down somewhere around there. Try to find it.
Nope, don't see it. I guess I better just leave. So this siren up here signifies that the elevator is approaching. That's why it's there. But I think Colonel was talking about this elevator. It can only be used from below. And this is how guards theoretically move from one side of this area to the other. Just nobody. They're so ineffectual, they can't use the elevator in this area to get from one side to the other. So even if you get caught, it's really easy to kill the one guard that has access to you.
What is the point of the elevator not being able to be called from the other position? Like, how is that a good thing?
It's for security purposes, Snake.
Snake, isn't that the elevator that goes down to Metal Gear's underground base?
Yeah, but there's no button for calling the elevator.
Maybe it'll come if you wait.
Why don't you ask Dr. Emmerich?
Probably should just leave. If I come back later, it'll be ready for me. Oh, I'm still under alert. Ah!
If you take that cargo elevator down, you'll wind up in Metal Gear's underground maintenance base. It's automatically set to go back and forth between the blast furnace and the underground base. It's not there yet, so you'll just have to wait.
Come on! Who keeps pushing this thing back down when I'm not looking? They just told me it was automatically set to go back and forth, but when I step on it, it doesn't go forth.
That elevator is for transporting vehicles and building materials to the underground maintenance base.
So that's why it's so big.
The elevator you're on right now is the #1 elevator. That elevator won't take you down all the way, so you'll have to switch to the #2 elevator at the relay point.
They move it to the blast furnace and crane it across? And then put it on this elevator?
Snake, the elevator won't move unless you push the switch. There's a control panel, right? Get closer and press the action button.
You just told me it goes back and forth automatically.
There he is! Damn.
Why did you wait for the elevator to start moving before you pushed me?
Snake, blow away all the bad guys, or you're not going to be able to get out of there and get to the underground base.
I mean, won't the elevator get down there anyways?
It's actually... Wait, is it still moving?
Yeah, isn't it still moving? So, like, you don't have to blow away the bad guys, right?
Oh no, I've got choice paralysis. I don't know what weapon I should be using in the situation. Probably the best one. Just at all times.
The box?
I keep getting shot. Yeah, let's use the box.
Snake, there's nowhere to hide in that elevator. You'll have to fight.
What was that guy doing?
He lost track of me. I thought he would fall for it. They would just push me out to the snowfield if I hid there.
Oh, he dropped something. I can see it. It's swirling.
Yeah, these guys are actually the most powerful guards in the game with the body armor, so I just don't want to fight them with weapons. Just a one-hit kill instead.
Oh, your reward is you get to skip the elevator scene. So, would the elevator just kept descending forever as long as you didn't kill them?
Yes.
It looks like that elevator you were riding on won't go any further down. Switch to the other elevator.
Ah, that's where you're wrong, Colonel. There's still like 1 millimeter gap for this elevator to continue going down. I'm not leaving until it does. Oh wait, there's a camera up there on the wall. And they're jamming my radar here, and they thought I would get caught in that camera's vision cone.
Snake, that's the relay point between Elevator 1 and Elevator 2.
Why was it set up this way?
Well, for a long time it had been set up so that you could take one elevator all the way to the bottom. But I heard that they changed it because of something to do with the structural integrity of the rock. The number 2 elevator is next to you, right? Transfer to that one.
Yeah, Snake, after Dwayne Johnson left the WWE, they just weren't sure about this elevators anymore, so they split them up. Oh yeah, that's what I want. The rations in the snowfield were too cold. The rations in the blast furnace were too hot, but this one's just right.
Oh.
Snake, by now those terrorists have finished their launch preparations. Stop wasting time. Metal Gear's base is up ahead. Snake, stop lollygagging around and get to Metal Gear's base. There's no time.
Just take 3 steps to the right, Snake. Trust me.
I spent like 8 minutes screwing around in the snowfield, Colonel. You weren't on my ass then. Wait a minute. Okay. Not falling for that trick. Oh.
If you take that elevator down, you'll wind up in the warehouse. Metal Gear's underground maintenance base is just past there.
There was no place more convenient on this island to store things.
Yeah, past the blast furnace.
Snake, take that elevator all the way down to the underground base.
Like, they can ride the thing, I assume, up the elevators, but then what? The crane's gonna move it across?
What the hell are all these crows doing around here?
Crows? You got me. There were crows around from before, but for some reason they started to really increase in number around the same time that Foxhound came to the base. It's really weird. I wonder what it could mean.
Wait a second.
There are a lot of crows around here.
Those aren't crows. Those are northern ravens. The Inuit and other Native Americans worship northern ravens as creator deities. Some say that ravens have the power to predict death. The great poet Marlowe wrote about them in the 16th century. Thus, like the sad presaging raven that tolls the sick man's passport in her hollow beak, and in the shadow of the silent night doth shake contagion from her sable wings.
That's pretty gloomy, Master.
By the way,
What?
I've got something to tell you about Naomi Hunter.
What about her?
Is this conversation secure?
Don't worry, the monitor's off.
Okay.
What's up?
I was in the FBI too, you know.
I didn't know that. What's your point?
Dr. Hunter's story about her background, about her grandfather being an assistant secretary to Hoover in the FBI,
Yeah?
and then going undercover to investigate the mafia in New York.
Yeah, what about it?
It was all a big lie.
What did you say?
It was really bothering me. Why would she lie about it?
She lied.
She might be a spy.
Ridiculous.
Come on, even a high school student could see past it. The head of the FBI at that time, Edgar Hoover, he was a well-known racist. Didn't Naomi say that her father was Japanese?
Yeah?
Well, back then, there wasn't a single Asian investigator. Also, in the 1950s, the undercover mafia sting operations hadn't even started yet. They first started in 1960, in Chicago, not New York.
But
You better check it out. The chief and the president mysteriously dying, and that ninja, Too many strange things are happening.
Are you saying that Naomi might be behind it?
I don't know. Either that, or she's working with the terrorists.
Could it be?
If I find out anything, I'll call. In the meantime, be careful.
That sounds really suspicious. I think I better just give Naomi a call and clear this up right now. But I'm nervous.
Mei Ling, how's Naomi?
She's fine, I guess. What's up?
Oh.
What do you want, Snake? If you want to talk to Naomi, why don't you call her?
Oh, it's nothing. Forget about it.
Strange guy.
Do you think she likes me? Mei Ling, pass this note.
I want to ask you about Naomi.
I'm looking into the details now, but it doesn't look good. Weren't you ever suspicious about her, Snake? Snake, keep your guard up.
I can't think of one suspicious thing she's done all game. I'm just gonna call her. This is stupid.
Colonel, where's Naomi?
I'm right here, Snake. What is it?
Oh, nothing. Forget it.
Strange.
Snake, by now those terrorists have finished their launch preparations. Stop wasting time.
Okay, if I were to ask the other person on the call if they were a spy, what would they say?
You got me.
Did you mean to say your grandfather was also racist against Japanese? Is that what you meant to say?
No, Snake. My grandfather was American Japanese.
That place is right in the middle of the permafrost. Just like the name says, it never melts. I've heard over 85% of Alaska is permafrost. It's extremely cold there, Snake. If you don't hurry, your sea rations will freeze. One way to prevent your sea rations from freezing is to hold them close to your body by equipping them.
They look fine to me. It's actually so cold here, the edges of my screen are fogging up.
What the hell are all these ravens doing around here?
Ravens? You got me. There were ravens around from before, but for some reason they started to really increase in number around the same time that Foxhound came to the base. It's really weird. I wonder what it could mean.
It's the same codec call, but after getting corrected by Master, Snake knows to call them ravens instead of crows. It's really weird. It means that I'm mad as hell and I'm not taking it anymore.
Snake, we're not paying you to be a scarecrow, you know.
Poor things. Ravens are God's creatures too, Snake.
Give me a break.
Yeah, you would say that. I've got God's creature right here. It's called my Stinger missile. Nastasha, back me up on this.
Metal Gear is straight down. Better move it. There's no time. The terrorists are ready to launch.
Negotiations are all finished,
The government can't cave into terrorist demands.
but they're threatening to launch a nuclear weapon.
They've made their final decision.
Why is the White House being so inflexible? Colonel, is there still something you're hiding from me?
Snake, please, just concentrate on stopping them, okay?
Stop asking about Naomi.
It's Snake's birthday, isn't it?
Surprise.
Is that what's going to be in the final room?
Judge me now.
Snake, just tell me. I'll do anything to help. How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. Have you ever heard that? It's Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Don't think too deeply about that one. I'm not sure why I said it.
So did you pass that note to Naomi or what?
Naomi, Snake says, it's nothing.
Hey Naomi, have you ever considered that Snake is a spy? After all, he has Japanese ancestry.